Welcome to the Fall 2020 Commencement Ceremony. Please join us in the singing of our national anthem. Now presenting President Fox.
Greetings, graduating students in the class of 2020. On behalf of the members of the UF Board of Trustees, our distinguished faculty, and our entire university community, many congratulations. You have met all the requirements of your degree programs while rising above the extraordinary challenges of this year. And we are so proud of each of you who share in this momentous occasion. We have nearly 4,000 students graduating this month from the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, and 47 states. We have graduating students from 76 countries on 6 continents, from Australia to Brazil, Costa Rica to Ethiopia, India to the Netherlands, Hong Kong to Pakistan, and the United Kingdom to Vietnam. We have a 19-year-old graduate with a bachelor's degree in biology and a 69-year-old graduate with a master's degree in fisheries and aquatic sciences. 271 first-generation college students and 411 students who will proudly join other family members or multiple generations of Gators in earning their UF diplomas. Many congratulations to each of you. As a father of 4 grown children, I know how important this moment is for families and friends of graduates. I congratulate and thank you for your support and devotion to these graduates. Class of 2020, I wish for you a good life filled with success and happiness. We at the University of Florida will always care for you, and we will always cheer for you. Again, many congratulations and go Gators!
Now presenting Dean Diane McFarland.
Members of our distinguished faculty, family members, friends, and most of all, graduating students of the College of Journalism and Communications Class of 2020, welcome and congratulations. We are so proud of the more than 200 students who are CJC's Fall 2020 graduates. This class includes 193 bachelor's, 38 master's, and 4 PhD students. Commencement is a milestone that represents the successful completion of a great deal of hard work. For you, the process has been especially challenging. Your perseverance during a global pandemic that forced you into isolation and during the social unrest that has gripped this nation is testament to your character and strength. Your efforts have paid off with a degree from one of America's top 10 public universities and from one of the most elite journalism and communication programs in the nation. On behalf of the faculty and staff of CJC, to all of you, well done and congratulations. I also congratulate and thank all of the family members and friends watching this for your support and devotion to these graduates. You share this major achievement. And now, some of our college leaders have some words of congratulations for you.
Congratulations, master's and doctoral graduates of the College of Journalism and Communications, Class of 2020. 2020 has been one of the most challenging years of all of our lives, and you've managed to complete the most challenging academic accomplishment of your entire career during this very year that has tested us all so much. Your perseverance is something that will serve you well through the rest of your lives. For that, you are to be commended. Having 2020 on your diploma is something you'll be proud of forever, and we will too. Congratulations and go Gators!
Congratulations 2020 CJC grads, and especially to our advertising graduates. I know the end to your years at UF were unusual. However, your hard work, perseverance, and resilience has paid off. You are now and always will be a part of the Gator Nation. As you go out into the world, use the Gator Nation and its connections to be the next great copywriter, or land the next big advertising account, or start the next business that will change our way of life. But whatever you choose to do, find something that you are truly passionate about and never settle for less. Congratulations, Class of 2020, and go Gators.
Congratulations, Class of 2020. You did it, and you did it in difficult times, showing your resilience, your perseverance, and your talent, all things that will serve you well in your career and in life. Journalism majors, we're especially proud of the work you have done. And no matter what career you choose, I hope you will remember the lessons you learned here. About the importance of accuracy and details. I think we should have honor cords if you made it through reporting with no fact errors. About the importance of covering communities. I mean, have you even lived if you haven't gotten a low class really? About the importance of developing your own specialty, whether it was in writing or visuals or data or broadcast or coding or narrative or sports or the environment or something else. And also about the important role that journalism plays in our society. I wish I could congratulate you in person and give you a big old chomp, but that doesn't take away from how proud we all are of you. Congratulations and go Gators.
Congratulations, graduates. We are all so very proud of you for this fantastic accomplishment. So, although we can't be with you today, please know that we are celebrating you today, and we are here to celebrate with you each step throughout your career. So please keep in touch and go Gators.
Wow, congratulations, you did it. You've completed your degree. You're a graduate of the University of Florida and the College of Journalism and Communications. You know, if any employer asks you, are you dedicated? Are you motivated? Are you organized? All you have to do is say, look, I finished my degree requirements in the craziest times this country has had in at least 70 years. So congratulations again, much success, much luck, and go Gators.
This fall, the UF CJC Online Master's Program is celebrating the 500th master's degree awarded through our program with the launch of the 500 and Beyond campaign. Since we launched our first master's specialization in 2012, we've grown considerably. This important time in our history wouldn't be possible without the faculty, staff, students, alumni, and other members of the Gator Nation dedicated to building a first-rate program that is continuously recognized as one of the top communication programs in the country. Each person has set the standard and paved the way for the next generation of UF CJC online graduates.
Before I introduce our speaker, I want to thank all of you and all of the faculty, staff, and alumni at CJC who have supported me during the past 8 years. I am retiring in just a few weeks, and this, sadly, is my final commencement. Commencements have been some of my favorite moments during a tremendously rewarding period in my life. They represent the culmination of years of dedication, hard work, and achievement from you and everyone who has guided you to this point in your lives. It is the time I feel most prideful about our college and all of you, and I will cherish these moments forever. I would now like to introduce our commencement speaker, UF alumna Nona Jones, who has received a telecommunication degree from our college and an MBA from the College of Business. Nona has had a remarkable career already as a 30-something. She is a rare combination of preacher, author, business leader, renowned speaker, entrepreneur, pastor, and success strategist with more than 14 years in executive leadership positions. She is currently head of global faith-based partnerships at Facebook, where she helps develop new products and serves as a liaison to faith-based communities. Prior to Facebook, Nona served as Chief External Affairs Officer for PACE Center for Girls and as Public Affairs Director for Gainesville Regional Utilities. She is also an accomplished vocalist, songwriter, worship leader, and musician who wrote, composed, and co-produced her gospel album, Take Me. She has published 3 books and is an avid runner, recently completing her 13th half marathon in Paris. She has been profiled by Essence Magazine as an under 40 woman to watch and by Florida Trend Magazine as one of Florida's 30-something all-stars. It is my great pleasure to welcome Nona Jones.
Hi there. As you heard, I'm a proud graduate of the College of Journalism and Communications. And I want to first thank Dean Diane McFarland for inviting me to share a few thoughts with you as we collectively celebrate the momentous occasion of your graduation. 16 years ago, I was in your shoes, but I was wearing them in the arena formerly known as O'Connell Center, and I was shoulder to shoulder with my fellow bare-faced graduates and our friends and families. I would have never imagined that I would one day deliver a virtual commencement address in the middle of a global pandemic. But here we are. There has long been a debate among various branches of science concerning whether we human beings are ultimately products of our genetics or our environment. I'm sure you've heard of it, the famous nature versus nurture question. Some believe that who we become is ultimately determined by the expression of our genes. It's in our DNA. Others believe that who we become is ultimately determined by the environment in which we were raised. It's our families and our communities. But I believe that no matter where you land on that spectrum, there is an important third variable that often gets overlooked in the dichotomy of that argument, the variable of moments in history that shape a generation. On the morning of September 11, 2001, I woke up at my usual time to shower and get ready for class. I was a microbiology and cell science major at that time and was getting ready for inorganic chemistry. I grabbed my shower caddy, slipped on my shower shoes, and headed to the bathroom on the first floor of Broward Hall East. When I returned to my room, my roommate had the television on the news and was staring at the screen. I glanced at it and saw a live video image of smoke billowing from the World Trade Center and the statement, "Plane crashed into World Trade Center in the lower third." I thought that was odd, but continued getting dressed for class. Not long after, while we watched the screen, another plane crashed into the second tower right before our eyes. We both said, "Oh my God," as the newscasters echoed the same. Time stood still. I sat on my bed and we remained glued to the television all day. We watched each tower collapse. We cried at the thought of people trapped in those buildings and taken hostage on those planes. I was 19 years old when that happened. I'm 38 today. But I remember that day like it was yesterday. I remember the fear, the uncertainty, the pain for the victims and families. How could we ever be safe if a few people could hijack a couple planes and murder thousands of people in one day? That moment in history shaped me and my generation. For some of us, it taught us to fear. Fear of Muslims, fear of airplanes, fear of tall buildings. But for others of us, people like me, it taught us faith. And as you step out into a world that is entirely unrecognizable from the one you left to come here a few years ago, it is now time for you to choose how you meet this moment, with fear or with faith. The word faith is often thought to be religious, but faith is actually a component of our character. Faith is the internal GPS that compels us to take another step forward into the dark unknown of life simply because we believe that what we envision for ourselves or others is in that direction. Fear, however, does the opposite. Fear doesn't compel us forward. It immobilizes us. It makes us look behind us with fondness because even if it wasn't better back there, at least it was familiar. But you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So fear may feel safer, but it only builds a mountain of regrets, shoulda, coulda, woulda. A faith disposition will absolutely come with mistakes and missteps because that is the nature of the unknown. But faith does something that fear will never do. It learns and tries again. And this is the cost of admission for resilience. The truth is that not everyone who started with you is finishing with you. You faced odds and obstacles this year that proved to be too much for some, but you persevered. You stepped out into the dark unknown this year, presented you, and have now emerged on the other side of it because you had a vision deep down on the inside of you that COVID derailed in many respects. But here you are. I believe that the graduates of 2020 are going to be the most resilient graduating class we've seen in generations because you built a muscle for the type of faith that compels you against all odds. And you did it afraid, uncertain, and questioning. Which is why I want you to know that in life, you don't have to have all of the answers. You just need to never stop asking questions. Let's be honest, how many of you entered 2020 with a global pandemic life contingency plan? Probably no one. But you found a way to still navigate it despite not having a plan on the front end. This is the essence of leadership. I don't care how long a person has been doing something. There will always be things that happen that catch them off guard because that's life. And you begin to head out into this world. As you do this, wherever your degree is taking you, I want you to retain that level of psychological and intellectual agility, the level that it took to get you to this day, and I promise you will go far without question. September 11th taught me that plans change in an instant. And COVID has taught you that too. But the people who will thrive in an uncertain future are the people who have deep convictions loosely held. This means having a North Star in your vision that compels you forward while simultaneously having a mind and a heart that are open to the possibility that how it happens may not look anything like what you think it will. Given this, you don't have to have all of the answers. You just need to never stop asking questions. Never stop asking yourself, what could I do with this? Whatever hand the deck of cards called life deals you at any given moment. This year, every single one of you learned to make fear serve your vision. And because of that, you have learned the truth about courage. You see, courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is simply fear in the forward direction. So from my heart to yours, I offer my deepest congratulations to you, the courageous class of 2020. The world is waiting for you.
Thank you, Nona, for your deeply inspiring words. And now, family and friends, it is my pleasure to present to you the College of Journalism and Communications Fall Class of 2020.
Dean McFarland, these candidates have completed all the requirements for the Doctor of Philosophy degree, and having been recommended by the faculty of the Graduate School and the College of Journalism and Communications, are presented to you for the conferring of their degrees.
On behalf of the people of the state of Florida, by the powers vested in me by the UF Board of Trustees, I am pleased to confer upon you the Doctor of Philosophy degree with the accompanying rights, privileges, and responsibilities.
Doctor of Philosophy.
Dr. Colin Patrick Kearney, mentored by Professor Ron Rogers and Professor Norm Lewis. Dr. Katie L. Robinson, mentored by Professor Lin-Wan Rita Men. Dr. Sen Yue, mentored by Professor Marianne Ferguson.
Dean McFarland, these candidates have completed all the requirements for the Master of Arts in Mass Communication degree, and having been recommended by the faculty of the Graduate School and the College of Journalism and Communications, are presented to you for the conferring of their degrees.
On behalf of the people of the state of Florida, by the powers vested in me by the UF Board of Trustees, I am pleased to confer upon you the Master of Arts degree with the accompanying rights, privileges, and responsibilities.
Master of Arts in Mass Communication.
Allison Sarah Amodi. Kelly Caitlin Barnhill. Sarah Bartholomew. James David Bellman. Sander Blushinsky. Jennifer L. Bly. Jakari Jawan Clayton. Christina Cordova Herrera. Marissa L. Culbreth. Rachel Elizabeth Dean. Lindsay Nicole Gamble. Michael Craig Gerver. Kalina Gross Burt. Mariah Lee Grossman. Madison James Hanshaw. Hannah Leanne Harwick. Nicole Marie Hines. Bryden Sanderson Holsey. Alexandria Esther Isaias. Michael Allen Lampy. Emily Grace Losandro. Lanao Lee. Xiaoying Li. Cassandra de la Caridad Lopez. Catherine Grace Moorman. Devin M. Norrie. Samantha Joelle Reynolds. Cassidy Roberts. Rebecca Rodriguez. Douglas Edward Rogers. Lauren A. Rogers-Perrault. Laura Diane Seekman. Jacob Leon Silver. Jenna Theophilides. Peyton Nicole Thomas. Brittany Wacko. Alexis Renee Whitted. Wesley M. Wilson.
Dean McFarland, these candidates have completed all the requirements for the Bachelor of Science in Advertising degree, and having been recommended by the faculty of the College of Journalism and Communications, are presented to you for the conferring of their degree.
On behalf of the people of the state of Florida, by the powers vested in me by the UF Board of Trustees, I am pleased to confer upon you the Bachelor of Science degree in Advertising with the accompanying rights, privileges, and responsibilities. You may now move your tassel from right to left.
Bachelor of Science in Advertising.
Sydney Alexis Allen. Graham I. Arnold. Darian R. Arriaga. Omar Asawi. Courtney Elaine Baker. Christopher D. Bonce Serrano. Catherine Jean Coleman. Trey Kevin Dante Coleman. Catherine V. Dubina. Chesterton Etienne. Patrick Federici Munist. Ryan L. Gamarra. Natalie Alexis Gomez. Gabrielle Nicole Halterman Robles. Jonathan S. Hines. John T. Hocken. William R. Hubbard. Manuela Serafine Kalisi Nonga. Gabriel A. Cowell Ardelt. Rebecca Lynn Kramer. Allison Colette Levy. Annie Robbie Lohr. Christopher William Lombardi. Vivian Lee Lukasik. Brooke A. Madden. Sarah Malin Mann. Allison Lily Martinez. Maria Carolina Melean. Rebecca Andrea Michelena. Matthew Peter Mooney. Camille Chioma Okonkwo. Caitlin Faye Paley. Nicole Ashley Perez. Emily Nicole Perpich. Nicholas Joseph Perry. Megan Holland Perino. Joaquin Rodarte. Ashley Megan Ryan. Colin Michael Schramm. Paulina Del Mar Segarra Pedraza. Valentina Sokolova. Jordan Alexandra Stevens. Thomas Huang Treat Tong. Stella Dionysius Veselopoulos. Christian Michael Wirtz. Bijan Wu. Eleni Alexandra Yanakopoulos.
Dean McFarland, these candidates have completed all the requirements for the Bachelor of Science in Journalism degree and, having been recommended by the faculty of the College of Journalism and Communications, are presented to you for the conferring of their degree.
On behalf of the people of the state of Florida, by the powers vested in me by the UF Board of Trustees, I am pleased to confer upon you the Bachelor of Science degree in journalism with the accompanying rights, privileges, and responsibilities. You may now move your tassel from right to left.
Bachelor of Science in Journalism.
Laura Valentina Botero. Dana Michelle Bryan. Alexandria Elise Bryant. Zachariah Suhan Chow. Julia Ann Collins. Juliana Sumner Quadra. Emma H. Davis. Kennedy Davis. Josh Taylor Demers. Dylan James Denmark. Brendan William Farrell. Sophie Feinberg. Emily L. Feltz. Caroline Grace Gaspich. Lakshmi Gomez. Julia Grady Weil. Jasmine Faith Harper. Lourdes Marissa Hernandez. Cassidy Hobson. Olachi Hakwaba. Rosemary Isaguirre. Kasamba Kokai. Baylin Cecilia Kwan. Ainsley Lynn Lee. Evan Michael Peter Lepak. Graham Marsh. Brian Andres Matamoros. Lamar Karen Mitchell. Gregory Tyler Netuno. Nusrat Noor. Hannah Phillips. Camille Rose Respus. Everett Isaac Rosen. Joseph Alexander Salvador. Katie Sloan Schwartzman. Haley Elizabeth Sparks. Michael D. Sorenyan. Noah Kyle Thomas. Allison Veliz. Anna Victoria Villalonga. Bailey Alexis Wingate. McKenna Ann Young.
Dean McFarland, these candidates have completed all the requirements for the Bachelor's of Science in Public Relations degree and, having been recommended by the faculty of the College of Journalism and Communications, are presented to you for the conferring of their degree.
On behalf of the people of the state of Florida, by the powers vested in me by the UF Board of Trustees, I am pleased to confer upon you the Bachelor of Science degree in Public Relations with the accompanying rights, privileges, and responsibilities. You may now move your tassel from right to left.
Bachelor of Science in Public Relations.
Chelsea L. Alcock. Noura Ahmed Al-Rajhi. Chelsea Lynn Bates. Kaylin Sarah Baustert. Katie Sarah Blinderman. Virginia Marion Bullard. Victoria Chin. Victoria Alejandra Connor Ayala.
Courtney Corfield.
Jada Lynette Crespo. J. Cameron Davidson. Kara E. Davis. Julie Reed Deal. Davida Antoinette Franklin. Ashley Kimoni Garner. Yesenia Gauch. Vanessa Christina Gomez. Crystal Nicole Hazlitt. Omar Shane Howard. Emily Claire Laney. Tamara Lentini. Juliana Teresa Marchanti. Mary Oscar Marquez. Stephen Cale McCall. Tony R. McLaughlin. Jessica Faith Meyer. Zoe Mignoni. Mackenzie Lee Otto. Anne Marie Ortega. Kristen R. Pass. Grace Michelle Poupard. Kaylin F. Purvis. Kendall Buchanan Rock. Sienna Marie Rogers. Lily Patricia Rucci. Allison Elizabeth Rusakis. Braden Nicholas Santos. Sophie Madeline Shifter. Nadia Victoria Schmaller. Madison Smith. Katie T. Snell. James Garcia Souza. Ashton Faith Steele. Aubrey Anna Stellaganis. Caitlin Annabelle Stone. Hannah Faith Stricker. Reagan Stewart Wheeler. Rebecca Lynn Wiles. Chase Marie Wise. Kelsey Taylor Zabel.
Dean McFarland, these candidates have completed all the requirements for the Bachelor of Science in Telecommunication degree, and having been recommended by the faculty of the College of Journalism and Communications, are presented to you for the conferring of their degree.
On behalf of the people of the state of Florida, by the powers vested in me by the UF Board of Trustees, I am pleased to confer upon you the Bachelor of Science degree in Telecommunication with the accompanying rights, privileges, and responsibilities. You may now move your tassel from right to left.
Bachelor of Science in Telecommunication.
Emma Victoria Bautista. Sharon Hitesh Bhakta. Ashayla M. Blakely. Christian A. Bryant. Andrew Patrick Cairns. Paula Andrea Calzado. Winnie Kelly Castillo. Kelly Mackenzie Chase. Marcelo Jose Quadra. Christopher Martin Davis. Marshall Matthew Dillon. David Alexander Dixon. Alina Drake. Caroline Annabelle Drum. Caitlin Alyssa Aguilar Estrellado. Sydney Catherine Evans. Adriana Fernandez. Kyle Adrian Fulmer. Madison Brene Glacier. Rhett Dalton Gonzalez. Brittany Harmer. Michael Christopher Hart. Alexa R. Hayes. Benjamin W. Hecht. Tara Rose Hilsenrod. Amanda Marie Holloway. Casey Ashlyn Hopkins. Tianshan Huang. Nicholas R. Hudson. Taylor Renee Isabel. Christian S. Kumar. Brett Raymond Larson. Shyam Latore Malinari. Kiara Lailani Lewis. Dana Beth Lipson. William Cameron Lunn. Bonnie Brianne Lynch. Melissa Manso. Jeremiah Rashad Moon. Diane Nunez. Marta Perez San Martin. Camila Beatriz Portillo Quintanilla. Jared Michael Rendon. Olivia Dorothy Ross Johnson. Caitlin Ann Ruby. Victoria Rickman. Daniel Enrique Salazar Castro. Carly Shellhorn. Martin Alejandro Soto. Kyler David Spiegel. Margaret R. Spillane. Stephanie Ann Strickland.
Olivia Studstrup.
Gator Suarez. Shannon Elizabeth Taylor. Daniela A. Tovar. Alvia Camille Williams. Liu Yang. And drumroll please, the final graduate of the class of Fall 2020, Taylor C. Zimet.
As we close, I want to remind you that you are forever a member of the CJC family. Please stay in touch and remain involved. And now, let's raise a chomp to your new status as Gators for Life. Go Gators.
Please join us for the singing of the Alma Mater.